What's up, guys and gals? Welcome on back. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today for another episode of Planetbase. A pretty fun little game that I've been spending some time with over the course of the last couple days. I got a couple of episodes left in today's session, and I'll tell you what, I am actually sort of bummed out that I had to quit playing in like 45 minutes and go do other stuff. It is kind of lame. See, a lot of people think that when you YouTube, your entire job is just like playing video games all day and talking, when in reality, like 90% of what goes into this job is mostly like networking, business meetings, and things like that. And like 10% of it is playing the actual video games themselves. It's kind of a weird business like that. In the previous episode, we had tried to shore up a bunch of random issues we had had. Is that a trade ship or a colony ship? What you got for me, colony ship? Colony ship brought in a guard, actually, so that'll be pretty cool. We should probably get on top of some of these injuries and things that we need to take care of as well, because people keep coming back from the mine injured. I don't know what it is with our workers, but you know what? I understand it. I used to work on a construction site, and I swear to God, people used to get wounded in the dumbest ways. You would just be like, I told you 100%. There would be like a hazard. You would clearly mark the hazard with like bright tape. You would write on the hazard, this is a hazard. Don't put your eye out, you moron. You would do everything possible, and sooner or later, somebody would be like, I put my eye out on that hazard. Somebody should have labeled it. And I'd be like, well, you can't win. So if people are going to injure themselves, they're going to injure themselves. And there's not really a whole lot. If he just pulled his back or something, not his fault. Well, it might be. Maybe he didn't lift properly. But still, at the same time, how are we doing on power right now? I hope nighttime is almost over, because the power is draining at an alarmingly fast rate. That meter is going down far quicker than I find to be comforting. I'm going to speed the game up for a little bit. Damn, we're going through power. It's a little unfortunate. That's due to a sandstorm that we had a little bit earlier. And so we may need to actually, let's go ahead and disable that building. We're going to take the edge off some of this with some of the stuff that we're not even using right now. So we'll power that down. We'll power that down. This over here is still going to drain out. We should still have, like, more than enough power to be perfectly fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Sun's about to come up. If the wind will pick up a little bit, it'll take the edge off. I think that today I should probably focus on power issues. It's weird how, like, exponentially your power usage goes up. Although we are a little bit low on the things we would need in order to expand our power grid a little bit further. And down goes the power grid. It's okay. It'll go back up in just a second. Minor managerial issue. It's because we got a sandstorm yesterday. Essentially, like, we do perfectly fine with our grid, assuming that only minor things go wrong, but we had a super long power outage yesterday for probably like the back 5 hours of the day, and it made it so that our batteries didn't get charged up. And then on the front of the day, we had like cloud cover and a bunch of other stuff. It'll be fine. Everything will go back up in just a minute. There we go. I'm gonna keep you powered down because you have alarmed me with the rate at which you went through like all of my random stuff. Bioplastics, not looking good right now. I need to prioritize this over here. Let's go ahead and make sure that we got lots and lots of metals being made, even though we only have a couple of random little implements out here. I think that if I want to get this to work, I am going to need to ramp up production on that side. So let's work on our power production first and foremost. I think actually I tried to build that solar panel late in the day after I had realized that our power solution was a tad low. And so this one hadn't gotten built in time or something like that. I don't know. I'm always playing behind the 8 ball when I play this game. For realsies, I don't adapt well to new stimuli. I'm a little bit of a screw-up like that. This guy's got body armor, dude. He looks like one of the guards from Half-Life. This guy's a I have 2 guards? Okay, I have too many guards. We don't need this many guards. Why are you... I thought I left... Guard is on 10%. Why are you giving me so many guards right now? Oh, you're upsetting me. You are upsetting me. All right, well, let's go all in on workers, please. All right, if we get some new workers, that'd be fantastic. I guess we got doubled up on guards on that last one. I don't know. Something weird happened. So now we got 2 guys that are, like, producing nothing. I only wanted 1. I didn't want 2. So is power usage, are you guys ramping up right now? You guys are all on 30, 30, 30? Good. We could also use a little bit of wind. If these batteries would charge up a little bit faster, I would feel a tad better, but we might have to wait for the wind turbines to turn on. I may actually make a wind farm out this way once we've actually got the resources to do so. But for right now, I'm sort of forced to... Oh, man, our landing pad got blown up. That's not fun. That's not entertaining. That's not what's hip. That's not what's cracking. That's unfortunate. We have a lot of vegetables in storage. Like, we have a real vegetable surplus right now, which is actually pretty solid. Because what I wanted to do next is if we're going to have a vegetable surplus, I'm going to recycle you. Let me get my bioplastics back. And if that gave us a surplus, one can assume... No, don't do that. Instead, let's go in right here And I would like medicinal plants to be grown on this side. Now, I don't know where we turn, if we have like an apothecarium for the Empire, or like what we have where we can turn medicinal plants into other things. But I figured I'd have a look around. So an infirmary to treat colonists, a lab where you can make medical supplies and you can grow synthetic meat. That is super gnarly. I don't even want to think about that right now. That is super brutal. Spares are up. Everything's looking pretty good. We got a little bit of metal laying around over here. We got 3 workers in the mine doing their thing, doing their time. We got a engineer over here making sure that the landing pad asphalt has an extra plethora of ass ready for attracting new colonists and all that sort of thing. I know how to get them to come here. I put a big pair of butt cheeks on every single logo for people coming out to our colony. I'd be like, hey, you want to move into our colony? Butt cheeks. Yeah. Everybody loves butt cheeks. Ain't nobody, I mean, I assume that everybody at least is passively attracted to butt cheeks. Men and women alike. Somebody's butt cheeks out there. You see them and you're like, yeah, those are some butt cheeks right there. Anyways, I figure. I mean, it's safe because if you put boobies on the flyer, you're limiting your market. And if you just like dangle wieners on the flyer, those aren't attractive at all. So it's just like, well, what are you going to do there? I mean, is there such a thing as an attractive wiener? I'm not really, this is getting out of control right now. I'm going to stop. Either way, I feel like asses are really the safest point for like cross promotion. If you really want to, you put a dude butt on one, and then across the street, you put a girl butt on the other one, and bam! You're hitting 100% of the demographic right there. Everybody loves butts. You want to come to Booty Colony? Come to Space Base Chase, where you can chase that tail all day long. Do what you want to do. Enjoy your time here. Did we only fill up 1 battery? Like, how many batteries have we filled today? Please, God, tell me we filled up 3. We've got a little bit of time left. Maybe. I don't know. Might work out, might not. Batteries are filling on up. Hopefully, if we can get a full, like, 15,000 charge, we can make it through the evening. Because I was watching and monitoring our usage, and it looks like we used 2 out of 3 batteries during the night. It's a little bit close for comfort. Obviously, as we saw previously, if anything goes wrong, you're a little bit screwed. But I don't mind being a little bit screwed. It's the lot of bit screwed that I have passive problems with. Go ahead and stop off right there. Things are running a little bit quickly. Let me take a look at my resources and see how things are multiplying. We do have some ores, so that's pretty cool. I had wanted to put in an airlock over on this side, and so I think that's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and get our airlock popping. Give them a way to get back inside the base so they ain't got to go all the way down here. That'll clear out congestion on this side for people going out to fix things. It should make, unless they all just go back over to here, and then I'm not really sure how to fix this if that happens. Either way, though, we'll link them on up right there. You're right next to the airlock. How safe does that make you feel when you're in your little grow garden? Wouldn't make me feel very safe. I'd be like, oh, shit, I'm right next to the airlock, and when shit goes wrong, a la sci-fi movie, you know the first guy to get sucked out is going to be the geologist. They killed me off first, and what was the name of that movie? There was a name. He had the pups. He flew the little robots around. It was like the precursor to Alien, Prometheum. Either way, they killed the geologist first, bastards. They killed the geologist first. This is why geologists don't sign up for movies. This is why, right there. If you were wondering, we'd be like, no, we need somebody to play a geologist. And nobody signs up because you kill us first. Every single movie. Either that or we're the super sexy kind of like, it's one or the other. We're either that or we're the super sexy kind of like Indiana Jones character. You can never really tell when you're a geologist. Sometimes you get to be the cool guy. Sometimes you're the lame guy who dies first. All the robots are broken. Engineers. What's going on, engineers? You want to fix those for me? I guess there's a lot of broken stuff right now, too, so we got other problems to consider. I'm going to set this back to the defaults. There we go. I wonder if that affected who came out of this one. Who do we get? We got a new engineer. Hooray! Dr. A.B. Hunt. I wish that his name was A.C. Cunt. That would have... I'm sorry. I wish his name was A.C. Hunt. That would have been a lot funnier. I mean, there's an H in the way, but it still would have made me laugh. It would have kind of been like CN2. CNT2. I don't know. He makes me laugh. His name makes me happy for some reason. So now that we got an extra airlock, hopefully our flow-through gets a little bit better. When we get a trade ship, I would absolutely love... I like how it's almost got like a Star Trek-like shape when you look inside the colonist ship logo right there. I hope if we get a trade ship that he really wants some vegetables, because this dude, he about to find out when it comes to vegetables. He'd be like, so what you done since the last time I was here? Are you any less broke than the last time we hung out? I'm like, dude, you don't even know. You don't even know, dude. I am so much less broke than the last time we hung out. So yeah, this time it looks like we barely even used... Oh, dude, it takes spare parts to fix those? Oh, no wonder we're always out of parts. Damn it. Okay, so I think it was the windstorm that came through. It busted up all of our stuff. Let's go ahead and prioritize the mine real fast. And then I'm going to deprioritize you. I would love to produce just like a stupidity doopity amount of like random stuff. And if our workers get hurt, I guess our workers get hurt. We're going to have to make an apothecarium pretty soon, so we may have to live with that factor. Essentially, I'm going to let this stack up as high as possible. And then I'm also going to repower this on. And I'm going to leave that fab open right there because we are going through... Actually, I'll probably leave both of them open. Is that another colony ship? Damn, son, you guys bringing out everybody. We have a biologist and a medic. So for 10% chance of getting things, we're getting a lot of things that I don't really want here. Like, I got a lot of people breathing air right now who aren't contributing to the Commonwealth. This is what I get for gambling. You guys know my RNG is the worst. This is what I get for gambling. This is what I get for gambling. Just put it all into workers and I would feel better. I sincerely would. The guards are just walking around being gangster or something. I don't know what they're doing. Just chilling for right now. This thing eats up dual resources, which makes me all kinds of nervous. But I kind of need more parts. It looks like you get double parts, though. It looks like you actually produce 2 spares for every single 1 round that you go through. And so I think that'll be okay for now. I need a trade ship, like right this second. If we could get a trade ship so I can unload like 30 vegetables and buy a bunch of the stuff that I need, that would be way better. Like trade a bunch of the extra stuff that I don't even need for stuff that I do. I need to get this configured into a ring somehow. Like I need this to circle around this way. So I'm thinking everything we build from now on is going to go out this way so that we get a ring so that people can find multiple paths to multiple locations. Maybe put some storage up here as well so that we aren't filling up just like this one, which seems to be chilling pretty standardized at 82%. I would love to trade off some of this stuff, though. Are the beds all in use? No, the beds were still good over there. So the next thing that I would highly recommend producing... We are just chugging through some metal right now, but actually prioritizing the mine and then letting everybody else do their thing appears to be a pretty good idea. I may put another little food area down in over here too. I find that with games like this, you spend a lot of time just like watching stuff happen. It's rare that you actually... We got another colony ship. What do we get? We got a biologist. Or is that a worker? Nope, he's a worker. Troy Turner. Okay. So that sounds good. He can get... I think he's related to Ike and Tina, so he'll help out with our entertainment needs. I'm like, singing for us in the diner. Who would like some hot vegetable meals now? Gonna like sing some random songs while he's out in there. How's our storage looking right now? I would love for a trade ship to come through. I mean, don't get me wrong. I need all these colonists. So every single colonist that we've gotten so far has been useful in his own way. There we go. There's our trade ship. So what you got for me, buddy? You don't have... You're a robot trader. How much does a robot cost? 128. A constructor bot, or we could just go with a driller bot. I want a carrier bot. A carrier bot sounds great. Let's take a carrier bot. And if that gets us there... No, I don't want that. I would take the credits, though, if you wanted to even out the trade. I mean, I'll give you my entire surplus if that's what you want to go with. And then I'll just take a bunch of extra money for later. He doesn't have anything that I want, so I figure we'll just trade for a robot real fast. And they get a bunch of cash. And then our food supply and our... You know, our veggies are looking pretty good right now. It's going to take a while for everything to get moved off. If he wanted to help out with it, he could assign the carrier bot to doing it right now. But it's going to take a bit for everybody to move, like, what, 38 vegetables to the ship. So we might as well accelerate things for right now. We are producing enough spare parts to last a bit. After these 2 rounds go through, I'm going to stop it off real quick. And then we'll get back to producing on this side. And we're starting to get ahead of our production schedule. I think there are things that I would do a little bit differently had I the option. Yeah, and see, all the miners are taking the pressure off right here. I noticed the miners do a lot of moving around. And so, how's our power grid hanging out right now? I'm going to say, are we going to make it till morning? I would dearly love it if we could make it till morning. That would make me... super-duper happy. We have a solar flare imminent. The hell does that mean? Oh, shitballs. And I have so many people outside the colony right now, too. I bet it kills them with radiation. I bet it kills them with radiation. Or is it going to fry all our electronics? I don't know. Oh, we have so many people outside the base right now, too. Oh, how does this always happen during the worst time? Like, when I'm doing the most loading, we get a solar flare. I'm going to turn you off real quick. And you guys all go to the other one. And now he's got radiation poisoning. Please stop going to the airlock. I would love it if you would not go to the airlock anymore. That would be the best. I'm going to leave you guys outside and just like chill for a minute. And if you guys want to come in, that's cool. But don't go out. Don't go out. Everybody in. We're doing this the hard way. How are you guys still... Go back inside. These guys are still using an airlock that's busted. This may not work so great. I bet those solar panels are working, though. Actually, they aren't. They're taking damage. Just about everything appears to be taking damage. So we're going to have a bunch of people that need to go to the med bay for right now. I need to get security protocols. That's going to be the next thing that I need to make happen, like, right this second. And if we lose a couple, like, dudes, oh well. Like, I'm not going to cry about it. That is so much more damaging. Like, for real, that is so much worse. Wow. Here, speed this up real fast. We need this to be over with. And I guess if we lose some people, that's fine, but... CR1 has been damaged irreversibly. Well, that's good because I just bought a new robot. So how long does a solar flare go? Alright, re-enable. We're good to go now. Let's get everybody into med base. Go ahead and speed up the time real fast. They can start ferrying things around. I swear to God, we got the worst timing ever. Every time we're working on something that requires everybody to be outside, something terrible happens. Or like right in the moment where we need power, the power thing gets hit. And you're just like, ah! This is so frustrating. There's so many things going wrong. Oh, A.B. Hunt died. Oh, did the doctors die? Why were all the doctors outside? Can radiation poisoning spread in between people? That's brutal. Let's go... Where is the security station at? Let's get down with the security station, like, right now. So we have a lab, robotics, control center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to need this, like, right this second. So we'll go control center right there. Let's go ahead and disable you because we're good on parts for right now. Did all of my doctors get radiation poisoning? Is that why we have issues right now? I think all my doctors got radiation poisoning. Let's go ahead and I'm going to prioritize... We need medics, like, right this second. So if you ain't a medic, you ain't coming in. Although we did lose a lot of people, so I'm going to shift this around slightly. There we go. That'll do it for right now. We lost a considerable amount of people. And I mean, let me take a look at my... We lost 6 colonists. So we have 5 workers. Biologists are still okay. We still have medics. Still have guards. It looks like they might eventually get better just from being in there, but I need somebody to come over here and give them medical attention. I think the problem is that our medics got whacked really badly. Is everybody sleeping right now? Yeah. I created a stop block in my production by locking everybody out of the building. I probably could have got away with just letting them float around, I guess, and just all getting radiation poisoning or whatever else, but still. What you gonna do, I guess? Biologists are gonna have to get on this and fix these all up real fast. I think that might also explain why our doctor's not really doing much. What is he right there? So we've got security controls now, and that should avoid us having that issue ever again. I need a connector to be built over to here. We've still got batteries up and ready to go at the middle of the night, which is always satisfactory. People are sad, so we're going to need to offset that at some point, but it should recover as long as we take care of all their needs without too many other things going on. I re-enabled that, right? Okay, so that's all good. With the security controls, what we're going to need now is I think we go through here. And so when on yellow alert, all colonists stay indoors, medics and guards stay on duty for longer. Okay, and so red alert means that we're like, okay, so that sounds good. All right, that's fine. Cancel the alert. That's all that we needed right there. And so I guess that was my fault for not being, I don't guess, I know. That was my fault for not being on top of it like I should have been. Another trade ship here. I don't think that I have anything right now that I can give you. In fact, I think that we're a little bit stopped up at the moment when it comes to our supplies. But what I will say... What can I get for those? You got robots for me? I think I lost a carrier bot. So I would actually like to get another one. He's got a constructor, a driller, and a driller bot patent. Okay. Well, give me credits, I guess. Even though it's never a good idea to trade for credits, I don't think. It seems like credits are it's a losing proposition considering the trade commission that's going on right here. I don't know if that's because of local taxes in the star system, or I don't know if that's just because... Yeah, I think that must be, I don't know. It'd be hella funny if you could raid the ship when it landed. Like your guards could storm on board and just like raid everybody and like shoot them and take all their stuff. And then you would have like an honorable rating. It would lower chances that traders would come out. But if you were desperate, it would still be super awesome. I wouldn't argue against it. It would make me happy because I'm a warrior player. I play orcs and I play chaos and I play dwarves. You know what I mean? Like I'm warlike. Let's get this thing done. I don't want to have these weird aggressions underneath the table where, you know, nobody's talking about things that need to be talked about. We have no metal right now, so let's go ahead and speed up the game slightly. Get things all nice and done. I assume that I need some kind of console in here. Okay. Let's go in with a security console right there. That sounds nice. That took a metal. And then we need a radio antenna. What does a radio antenna do? That's good enough for right now. We just need somebody to be on that in case we have intruders or whatever else. I don't think we'll have to worry about that for a while, but it's a concern that I have. Makes me a little nervous. Nerve-wracked, whatever you want to call it. We are not producing metal at the rate we need to be producing metal. In the same vein, we have a bunch of things sitting over here. Let's go ahead and prioritize this real quick. Make sure that workers are doing their thing. Because I need to produce a few more little bits and bobs before I think anything else. The other problem is we're just not getting colonists in the way that we need to. I mean, it keeps bringing us colonists, but it's just so random what you get that... Actually, I think all of our medics survived right there. I think we lost a worker. I think we lost an engineer. I think we lost 2 medics because we had too many medics anyway, so that's not even really that bad of a deal. I'm going to put that back on worker priority, though, because we could use more workers. I would love to open up a second franchise for our mine. Our mines use franchising right now. And so with the security center built, keep things a little bit low to the ground for right now. I think that, you know, production could definitely be better at the moment. Colonists, what do we have? We got a worker. Good, because we could always use more worker bees. So go ahead and throw them in there. Bunch of people sleeping right now. It might be time for us to manufacture another bed, too. We got empty beds, though. I mean, it looks like we've got a pretty solid rotation running. I think we just need to give it time until we have all the things that we need. Like, I really do think this is a game that you kind of just let run for a little bit on your first or second run because you didn't really know how to prioritize getting mass amounts of metal or whatever else. And since we can only have a couple people in the mine at the same time anyways, we do have stuff around, so hopefully, you know, we'll stack up a few more workers so that they don't have anything else to do aside from mash this out. Where did our robot die at? We got a dead robot around here somewhere, and you can harvest him for parts. I don't know where he died at, but I figure we should probably take a look around for him and see if we can find his little desiccated RoboCorpse around somewhere. At least it wasn't CNT2. I mean, CNT2's the guy, you know what I mean? Like, among robots, he is the baddest. He is the baddest. So we got a guard over here doing his thing. We got no guns. I should probably manufacture a couple firearms for these guys. Just to say that I did. We made it through another evening. Power storage went low that time around. Might be an okay idea to start putting in a couple more wind turbines and just like random little things to help out. Got another colony ship with another worker. Good. More workers. That's the only thing that I want is more workers. The more workers we can stack up, the happier I am. That is for certain. We got a constructor bot over there doing his thing. Still no idea where that other bot is at. Our mine is working at full capacity right now, which is very, very good for us. We got a robot down on that side. He's a carrier bot, and so you always want to have enough of those so that other people aren't worried about doing carrying tasks and other little menial things like that. Then keep somebody on the manufacturing right now. We should be able to stomp out a good amount of resources. I don't think we have enough starch to like non-stop go and just make like a ton of stuff. But we may want to make like a starch workshop. I mean, we're kind of a little bit stop blocked right now by random things that need to get done. I'd also like to make some more medical supplies. It's not like a 100% this needs to be done right now type of task. But it's a task that I think would be helpful. And so I'm going to put a medical lab in over here maybe. And then is this an end piece? Like, can that only be attached to one other thing, or could I get that? I guess I should have looked at that before I did it. Ah, well, it doesn't need to attach. It'd be nice if it would attach, but it doesn't need to. I'll try and get the next building to attach so that we can make it all look nice and pretty as it goes around in a circle. How does this look with all the roofs on? It's growing. I mean, it's work in progress. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Happiness is pretty low for him right there. We may also want to start working on diversionary tactics to make sure that people can stay happy. Maybe buy some beer for the really, really low down sad people. This guy's over here watching television, I think. Let's look. Yeah, I think he was over here consuming some media. Sandstorm. I don't need to really yellow alert it, I don't think. I mean, the sandstorm... Yeah, let's yellow alert. Everybody inside. Should probably put another airlock in down here, too, just in case somebody gets caught down in this region. We got one in the northern quadrant. We got one in the western. And then I think we could use one down in the south, too. Is this hurting my robot right now? Because if it's hurting my robot right now, I'm going to be super sadsies. I think he should be alright as long as we can get him inside. I think work should commence as normal with the yellow alert online. And I think red alerts are just for like invasions or people coming at you, trying to take you out. That will give us some time to manufacture some of this random ore that we have laying around, though. I think that'll force some of the workers out of the mines and onto some of these fabricators. Okay, structures are all nice and ready to go. What can we build in here? You can do a tissue synthesizer, Vitrameat, I guess. Does that take a biologist, though? It's kind of an odd machine, but hey. If it saves me a little bit of space, we can go 2 vitro machines, and then we could go with 1 workbench so that we can make medical supplies, like so. And with the Vitrameat, so it looks like we can manufacture chicken. Interesting. That's kind of gnarly. Like, if you really think about what's happening right here, it's kind of gnarly, but at the same time, let's go ahead and cancel the yellow alert, because I think we've actually got relative safety right now. Put this back on there. You'd think they get rid of that klaxon, though. Like, what I would do is I would make glowing lights in the hallways that would do the colors, and then when the alert goes up, I would have the klaxon go off for a little while, but after that, the flickering lights would be, or the lights that would go up and down softly. The color of the lights that you had would dictate whether or not the alert was still standing so that people could sleep or whatever, because you got to think about the way that people do their jobs and whatnot. Sometimes you can't disturb the populace like that just because you want people to stay inside. You could let them know in other ways by maybe putting yellow lights on everything, just keeping an eye on it. For right now, I think it's time for us to sit tight for a bit. I'm going to let it run for a little while, and then I'll see you on the next episode. This is Planetbase. I'll see you later. How do, everybody?